Hi Collective, it's Yana, and I'm back. Let's get a quick reading, y'all. It might be a lot of noise because I'm out front. I just want to do a quick read. Alright, this is going to be all Matic. Matic. Y'all, I'm out here looking good and crazy. I'm taking donations. I'm going on a shopping spree. I need to get a PayPal. Okay, let me focus. It's all over the place. Archangel Michael, I ask that you preside over this reading. I ask that you protect me and my collective as we channel, transmute, and harmonize the energy for the highest good. Ashe, Ashe Collective. Alright, let's see what's happening. Matic read. Alright. Archangel Michael, what's happening? Alright. Let's keep this one as the mystery card. I'll sit it up here. I think we should get this card too. Alright, y'all. So we have 3 cards here. Let's not clarify yet. Oh, Lord, I was hoping this card wouldn't come out. It says maintenance, man. I'm so tired of seeing this damn card and these wicked ass people, y'all. Wicked ass people who have no regard for other people other than what's good for them. You know, something's got to be done about this. And this truck that's riding by, it says UniFirst, okay? Uniforms. This is the uniform they wear. All about them. Them first, okay? And not in a good way. It's all about greed, y'all. So maybe this reading's going to be about greed, okay? And y'all wanted to say real quick, let me see. I'm trying to let this truck go by a little bit. But I wanted to say real quick, this last read I did, I just saw 2:22 on the clock not too long ago. About the, Morocco, right? And the ancestors and Anubis, right? That last read. When they were talking about the childlike essence, right? And the mountains, and I was trying to make the connection, right? What it made me think about later as well is Buchegi Mountains, right? And how at that mountains they had, over there they found that projection hall, right? That underground hall. But they couldn't get into it, okay? They needed a particular person with a particular frequency in order to break the force field. It sounds really like superhero shit, right? But this is what they say. And they say that a certain faction of the U.S. government worked with Russia because they had the tools, the U.S. had the tools in order to get into this place, or at least break down to a certain area, right? I just saw 333 on the clock, right? But they couldn't get in past the force field, right? Because the people who tried, I think they perished or something happened to them in terms of their health. I believe they were injured seriously, if not fatally, right? But this one man, I think this is where the guy Radu Cinemar comes in, right? He had the certain vibration that was able to unlock this place and open it so that they all could go in, right? So maybe there's some sort of mountains, and I haven't checked Morocco yet, but maybe there's some sort of mountain area over there that is experiencing or has the same type of situation that's going on, okay, or similar. And they haven't been able to find the person who is the key, the right energy frequency in order to open that, okay? And it makes me think about the crystal skulls as well. Maybe there's one person for each secret chamber, so to speak, right? That has the frequency to unlock it. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Y'all, give me 1 second. Let me pause. All right, y'all, I'm back. But maybe they're looking for the person that has the right frequency to unlock whatever. Wait a minute, y'all. whatever they found over there in the mountains in Morocco or somewhere in that region, okay? And one last thing regarding that, okay? And this speaks also about these CIA programs that are centered around like gifted children, okay? Now, also according to this Buchegi Mountain Projection Hall thing, right? In the book that he wrote a series of books, this guy Radu Cinnamar, R-A-D-U. Cinnamar, I think it's C-I-N-N-A-M-A-R, okay? And one of them, I think it might have been Transylvania Moonrise, or they also have Sunrise, different ones, right? But I haven't read them all. But one of the key things was that they alerted hospitals, okay, to look for any strange circumstances surrounding a child's birth, okay, or anything strange about this child, okay. And with this man, I forgot what the oddity was surrounding him, okay, but he was the one to be able to open that chamber. So there are different things with each of us surrounding the way we were born, whether we know it or not, okay. Some of us, they say, hey, and this bird is speaking, right? Some of us, our parents may have said, oh, you were born with a veil, right? Now, my daughter, my oldest daughter, I can say that about her, okay? Because she looked a completely different color, okay? Completely. And I know all the children do because they have that gook all over them, right? But this was completely different, okay? And when they washed her up, it was like a new child. So I felt like she was born with a veil, okay? And I believe my mother told me that about me, okay? Also, I have a birthmark on my face, okay? This birthmark is key. And I've given all my children birthmarks, not in the same places or not as dramatic, okay? So I feel like they felt like this was an oddity about me, okay? Because the hospital I was born in was private, and I've said this in a different video, okay? And that hospital was highly associated with the Boule, okay? And associated, I believe, with the CIA. And I was marked. I was targeted. I was named either after the street the hospital was on, okay, or that street was named after me, okay? And my name, I will release it at some point. It is a Native American name, highly connected to Pennsylvania, okay? So that's significant. And I do know my grandfather, I think his mother, she was straight Native American. And I think in my situation, that's key because that has something to do with the inheritance that I'm tied to. Okay, and I've got all these jealous ass siblings or cousins, whatever the hell they are, okay? And one day I'll speak about, I came up with one other possible theory about my lineage, okay? But I ain't gonna talk about that now. All right, y'all, let's get to it. Y'all, I'm smoking a cigarette, forgive me. Let's see what this first card is, but this is what's at the bottom of the deck. Something about the maintenance man. And that's funny. I just saw one ride by, and I bet you that name comes out here. Let's see. What's happening, Archangel Michael? Y'all help me to get the cards off this table. Chemtrails, okay? Some sort of cover-up I'm getting, okay? This could also be chemtrails. I'm sure they'll have some out today, okay? So I think there's supposed to be a lot of solar interference coming in, okay? Probably within the next few hours. Okay? So-called interference, okay? That's how, you know, certain people see it as an irritant, okay? But it's according to the divine plan. All of this solar activity. Chemtrails. All right, let's get a clear. No, let's keep going. CEO. It's a cover-up involving an owner of some sort, a ruler. This is like that emperor. The emperor's trying to cover something up, and it's crossing for chemtrails. So I'm getting they trying to cover it up right now, and they've been trying to cover it up for a long time. Let's see. Can we get the outcome? A situation involving a distance healer. That's you, collective. That's me, collective. I bet you crystals come out. Let's see. Let's see what this chemtrails, this cover-up is. Look, I just saw this one. Neighbors. They about to dive deep on this one, but I feel like it's going to be a quick one. All right? Let's clarify. Chemtrails. What's that, Archangel Michael? Chemtrails, top and the bottom. Damn. Fake eyelashes. The hive has been located. Alright. Bottom of the deck, alright? Now it says a tsunami of prosperity is coming your way. This is what the cover-up is about. They're trying to stop it. They can't, though. They've been delaying it, though, a lot. Time's up. Alright, let's clarify all these. Chemtrails. We had fake eyelashes. Okay? Maybe a person does wear fake eyelashes, okay? That's involved. Maybe you do, collective. I don't know, okay? But it could be a cover-up regarding someone who wears fake eyelashes. Maybe that's you, or maybe they do, right? Or maybe the fake eyelashes is just speaking to the fact that something is not right. It's not legitimate. It's fake. And that's the cover-up of the chemtrails. Because they're trying to stab you in your back, right? And that's how cowards do. They work in secret, right? Okay? But look, it says the hive has been located in the reverse. Okay? So maybe they know where they are, but they haven't moved on them yet. Okay? And that's why that chemtrails is crossing, because they're still actively watching these people, this CEO, trying to cover this up. Maybe they're trying to get more evidence, okay? Maybe. Chemtrails, all right, neighbors, of course. So it's a lot of people involved. Your building people, possibly the CEO might be the building maintenance person or the owner, okay? The manager or something, okay? You have the maintenance man. All right, show me this neighbors. What's this? What have they done? Because we still don't know. We know they're trying to stab you in your back. We can clarify that one. What's this trying to stab? It could be literally trying to stab you in your back, collective. When you got a hive, okay? Hive of demons. It's trying to stab you in your back. Let's see. Increased velocity. So they're increasing it. Oh, no, that's neighbors, okay. Something. They're doing something. More of it, or they know shit's closing in. Okay? Bottom of the deck. Remain fearless. Whatever they're doing, they're telling you to remain fearless. Because they got this. Alright, so let them play out their little dance, okay? Let them do the dance, okay? And when the dust settles, you're going to stand up. You're going to rise, okay? Alright, so take this time to commune with nature and recharge. Remain fearless, because it might look a little scary. You might feel like, oh shit, this is it. But it ain't it. It's it in a good way for you. And it ain't for them, okay? If that makes sense. Show me this trying to stab you in your back. What are they trying to do? What is this? What is the plan? What is the objective? Possibly to keep you from being at peace. Y'all, let me pause. I hear this loud truck. I'm coming back. All right, collective. Trying to stab you in your back. What is this? What is it that these people are collaborating to do to my collective? I just saw 1414 a second or two ago. What are they? Okay. They're possibly trying to mimic you. I'm thinking that involves some sort of slander, because I think I said something about slander or defamation early on. Okay? They're trying to take on your identity. Some sort of destiny swap in order to achieve your wealth, your riches, collective. Yeah, same old, okay? Show me, bottom of the deck, trying to stab you in the back. Undercover agent. Something is going on in secret, y'all. Somebody's an undercover agent, okay? Or maybe the undercover agent can see that they're trying to stab you in your back and that they're trying to be you. Okay? Show me this undercover agent. Tweet baby. Your mama stink. Placebo effect. Okay, so whatever they're doing, I'm getting like it's not having an effect. Okay, so they're doing all this work, doing all this effort, making all this effort, right? But they're not going to achieve their goal. They're just going to wear themselves out. Okay, planning and scheming. All right, undercover agent. What's that? Y'all, the maintenance man. This is the undercover agent. Okay, it could be more than one. Could be several of them, okay? What's this? I saw this early. Ignatius of Loyola. They're part of a secret society, okay? Now, this particular one I'm thinking of, and the one I saw that rolled up, right? I know that the wife is a part of, they don't know that I peeped it. Maybe they know now. But that they're part of the Eastern Stars, okay? Or the Daughters of Esther. I knew they had a cotillion or whatever they call those things like that for one of the daughters. And that's what alerted me, okay? And I believe this person, yeah, they all were sent in, okay? I believe that this person was given an apartment to stay in for free, okay, by this one property manager, who's now the property manager. They were just the office manager before. Her name is Beverly, right? But she had a very nasty spirit. I believe that she's a key player in all of this, okay? Y'all, this is the noisiest read I know. All right. What was it? Undercover agent? Maintenance man? Let me see. Renee, y'all. Somebody, Renee. Okay, Renee, it could be a family involved in this to partner with this person, okay? Because Renee, I wrote this name. This is the middle name of my oldest sister, okay? 1733 was just on the clock. All right, but whatever they're doing and they're watching you, I just saw this card. Those people who are watching you don't know they're being watched, okay? So maybe that as well is a part of the undercover agent. They thought they were just being undercover trying to stab you in your back. But they don't know they're being watched, y'all. I don't know how they don't know this. Maybe now they know. But before, they didn't know they were being watched when they were doing a lot of the stupid shit. So maybe they're being more cautious now. But either way, they're being watched, right? And what they've done has been seen. And they've seen enough to help them go other places. And put together other keys, 1818 on the clock, right? To tie it all together. Give me a name, if we can, on this maintenance man. Let's take this one and get another one. Maintenance man. Suit. Something about the creator, y'all. Suit, the oldest god known to man, the blue-black god. Suit, black, the first god, prototype, metaphysical connection to Sirius, Bobby Hemmett, okay? And the creator is here, okay? Regardless of what name or however you see the creator, okay? The creative presence is here, okay? But this also speaks to the fact that this particular person is very dark-skinned, okay? That's also what I'm getting. Maintenance man. I feel, see y'all, I told you this is Saint Ignatius. This is the the organization they're associated with, okay? Someone who has created like a spin-off under this is what I'm getting, okay? All right, and it says, clarifying maintenance man, I feel no need to commit to any organization in hopes of learning a secret. There are many secrets, okay? Bottom of the deck, maintenance man. your twin was involved too, y'all. Okay, based on the names that came out here, I already knew. Okay, but it says your twin messed up. You get the booty. Okay, so they were trying to steal what's yours, or maybe they did, but they got to give it back, and they trying to hold it up. Okay, and all of this is happening. It's being opened up to you due to your self-discovery. Okay. All right, show me, Archangel Michael, show me, what is this booty that was stolen? Or they keep attempting to steal? What is the booty that they trying to get? Okay, show me that. Performing mass rituals over weaves and eyelashes, y'all. And the fake eyelashes card came out. So these people are also involved in that. Maybe not the people, your twin or anything, right? But maybe the secret society that they're associated with, okay? But because we have to admit that there is magic being done over these things, the hair and the fake eyelashes, okay? Because those fake eyelashes are like a drug. It's like fucking crack, right? Okay? Once you try them, you never go back, okay? Because it's like, once you put on those real big ones, especially the big ones, right? You put on those eyelashes just one time, and you never see yourself the same again without it. Never again. Alright? So we have to admit that, as well as with the weaves. And then, you know, they have it to the point where we have it so much and it takes out our natural hair, and we don't appreciate who we are because we want their shit, right? And let me mention one more time, I mentioned in a different video how in the movie Good Hair with Chris Rock, these Indian women, primarily were Indian women, were talking about how they were growing their hair for the gods, okay? And might I say the goddesses, okay? And it was an honor for them to grow their hair and cut it off for the goddesses, okay? And I don't think they made a lot of money. They didn't make as much money as they sell this hair to us for, right? But who are the goddesses? It's you, collective. It's you. All right? So we just have to get reacquainted with ourselves. And not to say that we can't do different things to beautify ourselves or, you know, just change our image. I'm not saying that, right? But we can't allow these things to usurp our power to the point where we don't know who we are and shit. And we allow people to use us in disgusting types of ways. And I'm not talking about that, okay? I'm talking about just in general, in terms of what's going on out here with all this fucking deception, okay? So this is like, I'm getting black on black crime, okay? But there are key puppet masters at the top pulling the strings, okay? That's all right. Because if your people got to go down with them, then so be it. With the puppet masters, okay? So be it. Because they're going to harmonize these energies. And the rightful heirs will receive what they are due. And the wicked will receive what they are due. What is this booty? What is the booty that is coming to the collective and that is owed to the collective? Show me, Archangel Michael. Give me clear messages. What is this booty? We're going to take this one too. Bottom of the deck. You went above and beyond. Whatever it is, it's because you fucking earned it. Okay? And they'll be damned if they're going to sit back and watch some slimy, grimy motherfuckers come in and steal it. Okay? Okay? This was all a setup for these people. This was like one of your big missions, collective, to take these niggas down, okay? They don't even know it. They ain't too bright, y'all. What's the booty? Look in the basement, y'all. They hiding this shit. Might be in somebody's basement, okay? So look in the basement, collective. Or the investigator, look in the basement. If you had an inkling to look in the basement, look in the basement. There's something in the basement. Or this is like looking in the vault, open the vault. There's some old shit that they've been trying to hide and steal for a long time. Kevin, all right, that's my brother. And I do believe, okay, so there could be, you may have had a sibling who passed, okay, who may have been first up, possibly for this wealth. okay? And my brother, he has a tie to the giants with those 6 fingers, okay? He was born with 6 fingers. And he has sickle cell trait, okay? So his DNA is very unique. And he caught hell all his life, okay? Because they knew who the fuck he was and who he is, okay? All right, this booty, y'all, something about the creation. Y'all, this is some deep shit, okay? I ain't gonna be able to crack all this shit right here because it's not intended that way. It's intended to give us bits and pieces as we move on. And then we're able to digest more, okay? So you can't just feed a baby chicken salad, right? You got to give them milk. They got to start off with milk, right? Then they go up to like the little disgusting little rice cereal maybe, right? And then little Gerber's baby food, or hopefully you make your shit yourself, right? Okay, but you can't just give that baby a full Thanksgiving so-called meal, right? Because the baby can't process it. And if you try to force it on the baby may not make it, okay? But this is something powerful, y'all. Something about who you are. This is something about the creation, y'all. You don't think you're anybody, but that's not true. You don't think you're important based on the lies that have been told to us about who we are. The epic of creation, people. What is Enuma Elish? Enuma Elish. What's that? Show me that. We about to close it out. And I turned over the card I wasn't planning to. Oh, yes, I did. I was planning. Oh, my. Y'all, I told you. I knew my brother. I know this is a part of my bloodline, okay? This is who you are. They're going back to your creation of who you are. And not everybody, okay? But many members of my collective, okay? And you may not be full blood, okay? But that's okay. Most of us aren't. We got a mixture of many things. Okay, but this is a part of your DNA, a part of your rights, your heritage, right? And another thing I noticed with the Anunnaki, I think they're a thing associated. It's like you may find yourself with stigmatisms in the eyes, okay? They like to fuck with your eyes because that affects the way that you see the world, okay? But this is who you are. Okay? And you're like a pillar of fire. You stick out like a sore thumb. Okay? And that's why they keep coming for you. They see you. They can't walk away. They can't. Okay? This is destiny. A fated union. Okay? It was something else I wanted to say about the Anunnaki. Okay, the eyes, right? And also you may find that you have gray hair. A lot of gray hair. In a confirmation, okay, at a younger age. And even as you age, you'll find you have a lot of gray hair. I think that's also another trait, okay? It doesn't have to be, but for some that is, okay? And one other thing, okay, I wanted to mention real quick, because we're going to close this out soon, okay? Even though we do have this, let me read this one for Enuma Elish. Rolling, this one keep coming out, y'all. This could have been my father. Right? Somehow he's involved, okay? Because when I did that video about possibilities of who my father is, this was the name I was thinking, okay? Either way, he's involved, okay? And I think this man is passed on now. Well, he's involved in stealing your wealth, okay? But what did I want to say about that Anunnaki? All right, I said about the... maybe it wasn't meant for me to say, because the last thing I mentioned about, I said about the hands, right, the fingers, right, and the eyes. Okay, the eyes. Now I recently went and got an eye exam, okay, for a different pair of glasses, right. I got some little cheap ones because I got to work within this budget I have, right. But now my left eye was usually my which one was it? I think the right eye. No, my right eye was usually my strongest eye without eyeglasses, okay? I can see the strongest out of my right eye, okay? But my eyesight is bad, right? Well, it's not bad. It's just been distorted, okay? And I'm working on healing it. Okay, but I gotta do better. But that right eye, we know there's like a chasm, I think they call it, in the brain, where the right things you see from the right eye is being reflected and controlled by the left side of the brain. Okay, and vice versa. Things with the left eye is being controlled by the right side of the brain. Okay, so I feel like somehow my sight was manipulated at a very, very young age, right? About 5, okay? And but with my right eye generally being my strongest eye, even though I'm still spiritual, they can't take it away from me, but somehow I feel like it interfered with something, right? And I say that because this time when I went to the doctor, okay, and this man, he reminded me of, he was a very good doctor, very peaceful spirit I got, okay? Almost like otherworldly. He was a Caucasian man, right? But he reminded me almost like Herman Munster, something about his frame, right? But he was able to get my left eye at a vision very clear, okay? Clearer than what I'm used to seeing in my eyeglasses, okay? And initially, I was going to say, let me go back and, because my right eye in these glasses are weaker now. So now my vision in my right eye is weaker than what it would have been or normally have been in the past with other glasses, right? So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe this is going to mess with my vision in my good eye, right? My better eye, right? But at the same time, my insight said, hold off, 31:33 on the clock, right? Because there's something that's going to be adjusted with this, okay? So I feel like I've been Neuralinked a long time ago, okay? And I don't know if they used the old kind or if they were able to update it with me or not, right? But this adjustment in my eyeglasses, I can feel the Neuralink like malfunctioning, okay? So that has some significance. They manipulate things also with these eyeglasses, okay? Yeah, they do that, okay? And there's one other thing, but I'm not going to mention it right now. All right. Show me this epic of creation. You're connected to the Anunnaki. You go all the way back to the beginning of this creation, y'all. Okay? And like the Black Mona Lisa, right? And one thing I saw with a video a lady did on TikTok, I found, she had good information, very good information about the Black Mona Lisa. But she mentioned something I did not know. The Black Mona Lisa, she said, had 6 fingers, y'all. This is not a coincidence. They know what they're looking for. And these are the same type of markers that they've been looking for and have found in the past. Okay? We're the same people. We're just in a different time. We're the same people. Show me this Anunnaki. Why is this important? And that was regarding, what is it again? The booty. Yeah, it's the booty. You about to know who you are. And with that comes great wealth collective. Let's keep this one too. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, but give me a second, y'all. We've got these nefarious acts that these people have been partaking in and engaging in towards you. For whatever this is, this DNA, this abundance of wealth that's locked in your DNA. Investigate it, y'all. Yeah, maybe they come. Maybe it's the Anunnaki investigating. Maybe the Anunnaki done walked in on and investigated, y'all. Okay? And they're telling you to investigate your roots. Okay? Anunnaki? Y'all get the fuck out of here, okay? Paranormal activity. Maybe you've been experiencing this. I'm sure they have. I know they have, okay? But ultimately, maybe you will have a really remarkable occurrence, okay? If you do, put it in the comments, collective. Y'all, I am who I am. And who are you? You are directly tied to the Anunnaki, okay? Those who created, the ones that are on this planet, took what the Creator made, right? And manipulated it into something and fashioned it to something of their liking, of their vision, okay? This is who you are. Maybe you are one of the, yeah, you're directly tied to him. Okay? Maybe under the right conditions, you would be a giant, physically. Okay? All right, show me Kevin. Kevin, why are you here? If this is my brother, what you got to say? My brother is on this Anunnaki ship, y'all. Another reading came up like that. Okay? I believe that he's with the Anunnaki. Okay? Kevin, wow. What do you have to say? I'm getting chills, y'all. Your ancestors are going to avenge your honor, okay? Oh, my goodness, y'all. This is my brother. He coming back on a decked out, sleek spaceship with shiny new rims, freshly washed, okay? Armor all down, detailed and all, okay? He's coming. I was sent to destroy you, okay? And not you, collective, the enemy. How he gonna destroy you? You doing what you supposed to do, okay? That's your kith and kin that has ascended in the other life, in the afterlife, okay? In the real life, truthfully. All right, what was I looking for? Y'all, we're just talking about eyesight. Your physical eyesight is improving. Ashe. And so it is. Anunnaki Kevin, what do you want to say? Something about Brian. Maybe he sent for Brian. I don't know. Or maybe Brian is the good investigator. Or maybe Brian's one of these cowards. I don't know. Put the names where they go, collective. They're all cowards working in secret. That's who they're coming for. These cowards that's been working in secret. Yeah, this placebo effect was out here. So whatever they've been doing all this time, it ain't no good. All right, Archangel Michael, let's see before we close it out. I think this basement has to do with your DNA. Show me. Look in the basement. What's in the basement, Archangel Michael? Disgusting in the reverse, okay? I think the deck, is it up? Oh, no, it's not in the... Disgusting in the upright. Let's see. What's in the basement? The crickets and everything's starting to come alive on this one, okay? What's in the basement, Archangel Michael? Something. Take off. Something about the blast off. Oh, Lord, God. I hope this ain't something that goes BOOM, okay, y'all? I don't know. You're dealing with crazy people. Got a lot of fuckers in my bucket, okay? I don't know. Maybe take off meaning they coming. Shit, he coming. For this disgusting, whatever they did, messing with you, okay? Trying to destiny swap with you. Show me this one. Everyone can see I'm the copycat. How are they trying to copycat my collective? Y'all, I hope this reading, I know it's annoying, y'all. Here. Try to listen to it. Try to listen to it. Compass Rose, they located you, or they located the copycat. The copycat felt like they located you, and it's like, okay, we can, destiny swap now, right? And they like, nah, we got you niggas, okay? You and your elaborate plan with all these people working with your dumb asses. All right, bottom of the deck, y'all. This could be a volcano. I don't know, y'all. There's something with these volcanoes. These volcanoes are going to keep erupting. Look for a sign. A volcano, another one, is going to erupt. Okay? Where's this Compass Rose? Where's this volcano located if we can get something? Let's keep this too. Yeah. Compass Rose, where's this volcano located? Okay, my goodness, where did this go? I don't even know what to call it. Lamont, y'all. We got a name. Oh, my goodness. Lamont, okay? Maybe, I said, where's it located? Maybe Lamont is a place or something. Lamont something, right? Bottom of the deck. Maybe the volcano. I don't think there's any volcanoes named Lamont, but I don't know. Maybe it's a new volcano that they know nothing about. World healer. Maybe Lamont's a world healer. Or maybe... Because I asked about the volcano, where is it located? Maybe this volcano is somewhere in Lamont, somewhere, right? It's going to heal the world. Okay, when you see this volcano goes off, maybe it's like a, what do you call that? A trigger event, not a trigger, like a sequence of events. There's a name for it, okay? Where one's going to go off. Once one thing does something, they're all going to do something. We got Cynthia here, okay? And these could also be names involved, okay? Lamont and Cynthia. These egregious crimes. They really haven't said it other than destiny swap and all that comes along with that. All sorts of horrible things come along with destiny swapping, right? Right, Archangel Michael? Is there anything else you want to say? Oh, y'all, I apologize for this noisy ass read, okay? But let's give me one for takeoff or two, and then we're going to close it out. Yeah, because I didn't realize it was this long ago. All right, we got, I don't need justice. I don't need therapy. I need justice. Okay, so this is your takeoff. You about to get your justice, okay? And with that comes the ability for you to commune with nature and recharge. The opportunity to do this, okay? Because you ain't got to keep worrying about these idiots coming after you. Once again, you went above and beyond, collective. So I just say you're going to get a lot of beautiful stuff, okay? You know, just don't share it with people that aren't worthy, okay, of it. There's so many people that maybe even that you don't even know that are worthier. These people aren't worthy. They tried to steal, okay, from you and from the divine. They're not worthy, okay? You went above and beyond. Remember that. Mystery card, what we got? What we got? Oh, my goodness. Okay, y'all. Rest in peace to the idea of destiny swapping with you. Rest in peace to some of these people out here as well, okay? And you're going to be able to rest in peace on this earth collective, okay? If you like the video, like the video.